The Value of Wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you didn't know. I don't know what to tell you, but we are here. We are live. We are all together now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's The Value of Wrestling. This is your Monday Night Raw post-show review. We are back for another night, another moment. It never ends, it seems. It's always another one, right here on The Value of Wrestling. The big man, Mr. Z, is right there. And of course, you know me, the medium size man. I am the big time. We are here to talk about Monday Night Raw, amongst other things that'll probably come out in the conversation. But we're going to talk about a lot of great things real quick. So let's get in here. Let's get this party started. Mr. Z, tell them hello. All right.
What is up? What is up, everybody?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get deep into this Monday Night Raw, and then we'll talk about some other stuff. We opened the show with Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, Raquel Rodriguez. They say the Liv Morgan revenge tour's over. They are moving on. She's a two-time champion. Out comes Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Everything breaks down. The general manager, Adam Pearce, comes out and announces that they're going to have a battle royal for Liv Morgan's #1 contender. And so we have all the women from Raw in a #1 contenders match, and we get Io Sky in the end with a German to the apron, eliminating Lyra Valkyria. Excuse me. Match went 12 minutes 35 seconds. Decent little Rumble battle royal match here. Nothing too great to write home about. Io Sky going to get Liv Morgan at Survivor Series, probably maybe after that. But hey, you know, it is what it is. Io Sky, Liv Morgan should be a solid match. Not a whole lot to write home here about. Mr. Z.
I honestly kind of seen that one coming a mile away, but I mean, it is what it is. Io Sky, proper contender. Kind of get her to branch off of everything else. We'll see what kind of match it brings. You know, there's going to end up being some kind of hokey business, but you know, we'll have to wait and see.
Anyways, we go backstage with the New Day, and Woods says they would have won if it wasn't for Chad Gable. A kind of dissed Kofi here, telling Kofi he lost. Kofi wasn't real happy about this. Kofi says there's footage of what happened, but Woods disagrees. Before we get cut off with a video of The Miz being tied to a chair with Uncle Howdy, they want the final testament. The Miz is not with them. This is a big misunderstanding. He's willing to forget all about it. Bo Dallas says they never cared about the final testament. They wanted him. Miz is burdened with pain, and he has inflicted it upon others as he begs and pleads. A great scene here with Miz, who's great A quality actor, definitely selling this moment. Can't wait to see where this goes from here. Your
Good
thoughts?
old Uncle Howdy. Mm-hmm. I'm all for it. Like, I love the aspect that the White Sick is bringing to this. It was something we got during. I mean, we got a lot of it during the pandemic of what the Fiend did, but being able to see how this draws to a live audience and how they take it, I mean, it's a win-win in my book.
It's getting interesting. I do have some solid points. Miz is a great player in this character, so it should be some fun stuff. Anyways, we got a rematch of the War Raiders, who beat the New Day last week to move on to the tag team tournament, and now they're going to take on the New Day again. Kofi was about to hit trouble in Paradise when Woods blind tagged him. Kofi's not happy about this. Woods yells at Kofi to go for the elbow. Eric drops Kofi, elbow to Woods, tag to Ivar, the War Machine, cover 1, 2, 3. War Machine and New Day, solid match. For what it was, the New Day, can't wait to see what's going to happen here when Woods and Kofi finally snaps on Woods even.
I'm more. It's letting it simmer. This turn is simmering because we don't know who's going to turn on who. That's where my head's at, because at one point you're thinking Woodsy's going to do it, and now it's to the point where Kofi might do it. Let him cook, man. Just let him cook. I'm all for it. This has been really good to watch.
From there, we got Sami Zayn out to explain himself. He speaks in the native language and is happy to do it, happy to be there amongst his people. But he's here to talk about what happened at Crown Jewel. When Jey Uso comes out, Jey Uso confronts him and goes, I only need to know one thing. Wasn't an accident. But before Sami can answer, Jimmy is out here. Jimmy tells Jey, what do you think? He da-da-da-da-da. And they go back and forth. Jimmy tries to run down Sami, but Sami then turns it back and takes offense. He says, before Jey and Sami, before Jimmy and Roman, it was Jimmy and Sami. He was Sami's dog. He brought Sami in first. And the second things started to go bad, Jimmy kicked him in the face, then Roman in the face, then Jey in the face. Had to do it. It was always Jimmy. Sami can't be trusted. Jimmy says he doesn't owe Sami anything. He ain't the bad guy. Sami says for 1 minute with them all in the ring, it felt damn good, but that's all it lasted until everything broke down. He told Jimmy no, he still likes him. He doesn't hate him. He's not a bad guy. But he looks at Jey and he says the only reason he was here was for Jey, to watch Jey's back, to protect his buddy, and he tells Jey that he's out. Sami goes to leave, but Jey asks him one thing. Will he come to SmackDown to sit down to meet with them all so they can hash it out? And Jimmy and Jey kind of get into it, and Jey goes, you're Jimmy, I'm Jey, and says Sami is family, Sami Uso, with the help of the crowd. Great segment here. Can't wait to see what goes down on SmackDown.
Well, if you're building towards War Games, this is the way to do it. You get the original bloodline back together.
Mm-hmm.
And there'd be nothing wrong with that. Because it wasn't until War Games where you seen Sami become a full-fledged member of the bloodline. So only to have history repeat itself, let's do it. Let the fans want it. I know we're looking forward to it. Yeah, let's keep cooking on this one.
Should be a fun time. We're backstage with Jackie and Seth Rollins. She congratulates him on his win from a Crown Jewel. He says thanks. And as for Reed, he is as advertised. She respects Reed's and knows that they will dance again in the future. But for now, it's all about the gold. He has an opportunity to earn a shot at Gunther. Chad Gable, Dragon Lee, a basic match. Not a whole lot to write home here about. Everybody comes down to interfere in this match. In the end, Dragon Lee with the win. The match went 10 minutes, 34 seconds. It's hard to get excited about anything here. It was good. I'm sure we'll see a better match between Chad Gable and Dragon Lee in the future, but there was a lot of extra to this match.
Well, the outside interference for one, but you got Ivy Nile slapping in the old Dragon Sleeper on Zelina, and then the other rundown and run-ins of Ray and Chad try and go for mask. I'm like, this is too much. It can't be straight up.
It was a little too much.
I get it. Where you guys are at, yeah, where you guys are at, I get it. Doing everything under the sun for the crowd that you only maybe see twice a year. But yeah, even for me, I was already dead inside.
WWE announced a major tour of Europe. They're going to be in Germany. They're going to have a SmackDown, and they're going to have 2 SmackDowns overseas and a Raw overseas in the future here. So that's going to be interesting. We were backstage with Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. Kaiser tries to go in on Cody, but Gunther stops him and says that night Cody was the better man. With regards to tonight, there are 3 very good competitors and Dominic Mysterio. Seth speaks for himself. Seth speaks for himself. Damian is a good challenge, and Sheamus, Kaiser was supposed to take care of him, right? After this Saturday, it's on him to do better. They both have to do better. And then we get the 4-way dance for the number 1 contender for Gunther's title, Sheamus, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Seth Rollins. And all you want to do is sing one of these doesn't feel like the others. One of these doesn't fit. You have a Sesame Street moment and try to figure out which one doesn't fit into the circle. Anyway,
one of these things are not like her.
A good solid match between all these men. Eventually, Bronson Reed is here. He sends Sheamus in the ring post, sends Priest into the steps. He tears down Seth. Seth drop kicks him out the ropes. Reed with the clothes on the outside of the ring. He dismantles the table. Reed in the ring. He hits Priest with the DVD or Death Valley Driver, not a little disc that you can watch movies on. Sheamus gets one for his behavior. Reed to the top rope, hits a tsunami on Priest, one for Sheamus. Then he turns to Seth on the table and tsunami Seth again through the announce table. So it was Tsunami Central in Riyadh when they filmed this. Anyways, Dom was the only one left unscathed. He flies out the top rope for a Frog Splash on the Sheamus, gets a 2. Priest is there to stop the pin, but he is hurting. Dom stands. Priest pulls himself up. 619. Dom to the top rope. Goozled. South of Heaven. 1, 2, 3. This match went 17 minutes, 39 seconds. Damian Priest going to get a crack at Gunther. Should be an interesting time. Can't wait to see this, how it all plays out.
Well, I mean, look what happened. He lost the title to Gunther. If it wasn't for Finn Balor, as people would say, there was a little outside fun that caused all that.
Yes.
But have them have finally a straight up match. You kind of already know who's going over, but I feel like there's going to be more to it this go round. You don't have to worry about anybody on the outside. As far as Seth and oh my goodness, Bronson Reed, I thought this was done, but I was dead wrong.
Yeah, we will have to see how this continues and how this all goes as we move forward. And that was Monday Night Raw. It was a mid-show. I don't know if you missed anything. It was pre-recorded in Riyadh. It was really playing up to the fans there more than anything. Can't wait for them to get back in States, get this energy going. We got to build to Survivor Series, and I'm sure a SmackDown will definitely be the indicator of where that is all going as we get more information. Should be fun to see it all go down. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your Monday Night Raw review. We're only 20 minutes in, and it's a little sad. But let's talk about some breaking news earlier today. Some idiot on the Twitter sphere on X decided that he was going to run down one of the big names in the bloodline, one of the great names in the bloodline. Jacob Fatu, for some reason. Mm-hmm. It was reported that Jacob Fatu had made an agreement at some point in 2023 with an organization, Jake's Network of Hope. Originally, they're going to settle it. Then they came back, and there was a report that refreshed this story that Jacob Fatu was going to come. Then he had to bow out for a family emergency, and who knows? And if something happened there, hopefully between Jake's Network of Hope and Jacob Fatu, they can sort out whatever the mess is. But boy Ergol decides to go on the X and make false statements. And watch yourself. Of course, he doesn't respond after I went on X going, because he went on X, he tried to click on, I guess, on Jacob Fatu's X account, and it said something went wrong, try again, which is not a deactivated account. That just means some error. Maybe he got blocked by Jacob Fatu. But he went on claiming that Jacob Fatu had deleted his Twitter account after this video that he was trying to hide from it. And it's not true. Jacob Fatu's X account is still live and large and in charge. Put some respect on the name of Jacob Fatu. Whether there was an issue or not, whether Jacob Fatu did the right thing or whatever the situation with Jake's Network of Hope's situation is, I don't know. It's not my business. We hope it gets sorted out and everybody gets happy. But don't go on the interwebbies and X and make major announcements that you don't have a factual basis to. Mr. Z's got something that's crawling up there.
I was looking, and all of a sudden he was like, "Oh, he's back." I'm like, "Yeah." Someone goes. There was comments of, "Oh, he must have reached out to them, or someone got in his." Like, this dude's a clown. Point blank. Period. He's a troll.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is.
Oh, exactly.
But I told him too. I was like, you need to put respect on that name when you talk about him.
Exactly. So it's a shame that it came down to this. So I mean, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that whole thing, that's something went wrong. That's just reset, reload. Come on, people. If you know X, it's hokey, especially right now because of what's going on in the world. A lot of servers are really jammed up with a lot of different things right now.
It's crazy, and people want to make it out to something when everybody else is like, no, it's still there. Sometimes people need to come back and make corrections to their posts. Sometimes, I mean, I have when issues have coming up. But anywho, that's there. I don't know if you looked on Instagram, but there's a major card coming up in November. I mean, this is a legitimate card. If it'll pop up here on my freaking screen. Ugly Dojo Wrestling, Saturday, November 23rd in Three Oaks Community Center. Why'd it go away so fast? That I need more time than 2 seconds to read that. Ugly Dojo Wrestling, Saturday, November 23rd, Three Oaks Community Center in Vacaville, California. Tickets are $20 for adults, $15 for kids. Doors open at what looks like 6:30. First bell at 7 p.m. But I mean, this card is stacked. The Metal Mechanic, Bobby Callahan. Yes. The Punjabi Lion, Shima is going to be there. Malcolm Flex is there. Travis Alexander. Bishop Dorian is going to be there. The South Pacific Savages, Journey, and Juicy are going to be at the Ugly Dojo. Let alone you're having Dorian Gray take on Jewel, and of course Lo Devereaux, who's one half of the tag team. Cutie and the Beast, who is at Collectible Stampede stand-up guy, is taking on our boy, the reigning defending undisputed, one of the longest reigning SPW heavyweight champions at this show, the Dark Fox Illumide. They're going at it. Your boy looks like he's returning when Chupacabra takes on Dante Daring. And Surza is going to be in action defending the Ugly Dojo, the Ugly Dojo Championship will be on the line. I'm sure it's on the, it's probably, I don't know who has it, but Surza is going to face one half of the tag team, one part of the stable called the Appeal, Adjacent Xavier. That card is stacked in itself. If you're looking for something to do right before Thanksgiving weekend, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday, November 23rd, if you're in the California area, Bay Area, Northern California, if you can get to Vacaville for this show, hi, Ugly Dojo. I don't know what Mr. Z is looking for. This is a whole...
I'm looking at my calendar, trying to find something. I have no kids that weekend, too.
But Ugly Dojo, you should holler at the you should holler for the mighty dollar. No, you need to holler not Teddy Long, but you need to holla at the boys over here at the Value Wrestling. We'd love to come cover that show for you. That would have been an amazing time. I mean, just up and down that card. Love to be there for that one. Our boy Chima, much love to Chima. Dante Daring, of course. Our other boy, who we have a great interview on this channel of. If you need to know, and you should know, you better get to know, because I feel like he's making his last rounds in the California area. Anything's possible when you talk about the Dark Fox Illumide. And Lou Devereaux was a great talent. Surza was an amazing match at Collectibles Stampede. And of course, why wouldn't you want to be anywhere where? Why wouldn't you want to be anywhere and everywhere that Chupacabra is? Because I mean, Realm Warriors Championship Wrestling, it's an interview. We have the Chupacabra on the channel, giving us all the rundown. And of course, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, look at this. Surza, Jason Xavier, one of the great talents that we know real well in SPW. He's making an appearance here in the title match. Dante Daring, another name that we see all around. Illumide, Lou Devereaux, Dorian Gray. I mean, Bishop Dorian, of course. Bobby Callahan. And then, why not?
Oh, yeah.
If you're at Realm Warriors Championship Wrestling, you saw the surprise arrival of the South Pacific Savages, and they're going to be at this show. Anyway, the South Pacific Savages are going to be something special, guaranteed.
I mean, if you weren't at that show, they showed up and wrecked house. Like
Wrecked
they
house
came
and
in
left.
with a purpose.
And lost flip flops on the way. What I heard.
Yes.
Lost their slides.
Yes.
But hey, more power to you. That's coming up on November 23rd. If you want some wrestling action, Vacaville, California is going to be the hot spot. Ugly Dojo. You got to holler because we're looking at you. Of course, before that, we have November 17th.
We're a phone call away, guys.
We're just an Instagram shout out away. Anywho, Instagram, X, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Linktree. It's all there. Come holla.
Yeah.
Holla, holla, holla.
Yeah, let us
do it for you.
Yeah.
Holla
if you hear me.
Of course, before that, we still got a lot of great things going on. We got SPW November 17th, Sunday, November 17th. SPW still hungry, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming up. It's less than 2 weeks now. Isn't that exciting? It's time to get back to the SPW Arena, the World Indoor Soccer Arena in Elk Grove, California, for some great action. We're still waiting for the announcements. Can't wait to see this card come together. And we're going to bring you all the action. SPW's new home on the Value of Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a fun time. Get out to the show and get ready because it's going to be a fun time. You better believe that. No doubt about it.
Yeah, folks, let's get out there. Let's fill truckloads, folks. Let's help these folks out.
Yes, it's going to be the canned food drive. We need to get a lot of canned foods out there. I dig back in the back of your pantry. Get all that stuff that you know you're not going to eat. Let's get it down. Let's get it to these people who need it this season. It's the holiday season. Let's help those in need. Make sure they have a good warm meal this holiday season. Let's make somebody's Thanksgiving memorable. Let's make some kid have faith into the world on Thanksgiving as they have a wonderful Thanksgiving spread. Let's load it up, load it out. There's a lot of stuff you can bring. Check it out. It's canned foods. It's, non-perishable food items that we can get out there and get to people who can use them and make it worth the while. Come out and see some great wrestling action. Let's load up truckload after truckload after truckload and make it an amazing time. That's November 17th. In Elk Grove, California. SPW still hungry. Get hungry if you ain't for SPW. It's going to be an amazing time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
something right now, and it caught my real quick. This just in. This was posted 3 hours ago. I don't know if you've seen it. AEW announces 40% ticket discounts for all upcoming 2024 shows. Whatever's left in the year, 40% ticket discount.
Whatever they need to get people into the building.
This was by Wrestle News reported this. So, I mean, oh man, it's too funny to me. 40% discount. So that means, yeah.
Hey,
damn near going for free if you're getting a nosebleed seat if you can sell those.
Thank you to our buddy Daniel Torchy. There's an announcement right here that just came up. Fight TV, Triller TV. You can go, I guess, purchase and watch Hood Slam's Emo Prom Fight Night 2024.
Oh, I know what I'm watching later.
If you have a Triller Plus or a Thriller Plus account, it looks like you can watch that. I don't know all the details. That is up there if you're looking for some great action from Hood Slam. Emo Prom Night.
Yes.
So, who knows what can happen? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, SPW November 17th. We are going to make it a fun night. It's going to be one of the best times. And there's going to be some great stuff coming out of it. Some big surprises, we hope. We shall see. You want to be there for it.
Yeah. Ow. A little tender still. Jesus, man. Is tour over yet?
Choopy Choopy went choppy on the big man. And no, it's not over yet, sir. We told you what the end goal is. So you just better hope that
Yeah,
you find
no,
Gunther sooner than later, because then you can end it once you stand there with Gunther. That's the ultimate. I mean,
yeah.
so we will sign him up and knock him down, or they will chop you down.
Well,
I
like I
don't
said,
know.
I just like I said, I mentioned one comment, and one of the Stoner Bros just replied, said, "Good luck." I'm like, that's not a good sign.
Well, they
I
didn't. They
I
didn't.
should be afraid for my life right now.
I thought they were gonna show up with Choopy at Rebel Warriors Championship Wrestling. What happened to the boys of Stone? What happened to Stoner University? Did they get
I
lost
don't
on the
know,
lonely
but I have a
highway?
feeling
Did they find their way to the Hotel
that
California? Were they unable to find their way to Lodi, California for one night?
I don't know, but I should be afraid for my safety on this one, because I've seen pictures of what they've done to individuals. That'll something I'll feel for a while. Which,
Le-
by the way, folks, I just want y'all to know that yes, I do cringe on camera seeing someone else getting chopped. Don't make fun of me until you've gotten in there and gotten chopped by someone the size of Chima.
Ladies and gentlemen, um, big stuff happened last night too. Power struggle, New Japan Power Struggle, the end of the Super Junior Tag League tournaments for 2024. The New Japan Rebound podcast will have a slight delay due to some technical issues. We are trying to get those fixed, and once we get those fixed, that'll be up on the channel. But man, Kenny Omega making his return to New Japan Pro Wrestling after 692 days or something like that. I read. We hope Kenny's ready to be back in actual wrestling action. Looked really good on that program. Looked happy to be there. Not what he looked like when he's been on AEW TV. But ladies and gentlemen, a lot went down in New Japan Pro Wrestling. A lot went down on the Power Struggle program. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to get ready for this New Japan Rebound podcast, because Mr. Z is going to break it all down for you. He's going to tell you all the wild craziness that went down. There was betrayals, there was surprise returns, and of course, you got the true, the one, the only Kenny Omega. So I mean that in itself is worth watching.
Definitely, and like I said, surprises. Jeez, like I said, me having to be quiet when the missus is sleeping, that was the roughest I've had it ever this year so far.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, Mr. Z was watching that on the edge of his seat. What a wild time. You got to finish the Super Junior Tag Tournament, the Super Junior Tag League tournament, and a lot of big
Mhm.
surprises. Lots of big surprises. And Mr. Z is fired up. I mean, he's excited about it. He's been going on about it, and he's going to get into this deep dive, and he's going to bring it. He's going to talk about this Rebound podcast, and he's going to bring you some of the most entertaining, most exciting time that you're going to hear about what went down. So you make sure you tune in for
It,
that.
it, it, it's a solid party, folks. That's for sure. It's definitely exciting. Yeah, again, I've said it before. I'll say it again. What a great time to be a wrestling fan right now. The wrestling's hot on most fronts. Not all
Exactly.
fronts, but most fronts.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the Value of Wrestling. If you're an independent wrestler, an independent company within wrestling, if you have an independent wrestling, and you need the Value Wrestling to come out and give your show an announcement, you want the Value Wrestling to come out, help promote your show, reach out to us. If you're an individual wrestler, if you're an independent wrestler, or any wrestler, I don't care where you are. If you want to talk to us, hook up with us, valuewrestling@gmail.com. You can reach us both on X at either Big Time Vow or Miguel Z Vow. Find us on X. Drop us in the DM. Say, hey, let's talk. We want to talk to you. We want to get you on the channel. We want to give you the platform. We got 2 great interviews. One with the legendary AJ Kirsch, and of course the SPW's heavyweight champion, the big men there, the one and only Dark Fox Illumide, who's asking for another interview with us. We may have to sit down. We got names listed, ladies and gentlemen. We got a list of names that are sitting here. We're just trying to plan times and time And the season's getting busy. It's the holiday season. In the beginning of the year, it's going to be super, super busy as we build into a lot of things. WrestleMania and SPW's 25th anniversary show is going to keep us very busy. Stocktoncon coming up in between that and now. So much to do, so much to say, so many names to get down. But hey, if you want us to come out and work with you, if you want to do an interview with us, holla, holla. We are always excited to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely, folks. That door is open. Just come knocking. That's all we're saying.
Always.
Come knocking.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of here for the night. It was not a big show. A lot of people already probably heard all the spoilers and probably weren't watching Raw tonight. So I'm not shocked that we're not just crowded with people in here. But we're going to get out of here. We're going to say goodnight. We will see you on the next one. Tell them goodnight, Mr. Z.
Good night, folks.